Joel, thanks for taking the time. It's been a little bit. The outdoor season, it's just like these track seasons just roll one into another, into another. The outdoor season has been going along swimmingly, I think, for your team. What's your assessment?
Yeah, we're getting into the middle of it now. So we've had some events to kick off the season, got event groups pretty much across the program going. And so we've kind of set that baseline for the outdoor season, came off indoor, tried to keep that momentum building. And then we go down to LA this weekend, and we have 3 different track meets there that we'll have people competing in. And then after that, things are starting to shake out where you're through kind of your midpoint and the outdoor season. You've had a few big events done. You can kind of see where you're at in the conference landscape, the national landscape, see what you need to do to move forward, and then you get ready for your championship season.
So where are you? Do you feel like you're progressing well in this season?
Yeah, we're at a good point. We have some momentum building on both sides with the men and the women. We've had some very positive outcomes so far up to this point in the season. 2 new school records in the shortest event in outdoor track, and then the longest event in outdoor track with Javen Bostic in the 100 and Ryan Johnson in the 10K. So that's been exciting. But yeah, you want to continue to just refine and make sure that if there is something that needs to be addressed, you address it. But then also getting into a rhythm, because you want to get to your end of the season and just it's kind of business as usual. You do what you're prepared to do. You do what you've been doing, and hopefully, if you've been preparing and doing things well, those championship outcomes take care of themselves. So that's what we're focused on right now, is just making sure that we're addressing what needs to be addressed, keeping our people intact as much as possible. And then, they're always, every season's a challenge. There are going to be things that are, they ebb and flow. And so I think a lot of teams that there are a lot of capable teams out there, but the teams that really end up being successful are the teams that are highly capable, but then they also manage the challenges of any given season, of any given competition, and they just have a really good perspective on focusing on what they can control. Easier said than done sometimes, but you just focus on what you need to do, and you don't get too up and down with the kind of ebb and flow of a season, or the ebb and flow of a meet, or the ebb and flow of a competition. And if you become really good at that, usually things go in your favor. So again, that's always a process, and it's an opportunity at every meet. Just like you said, every season presents the same opportunity, but there are always going to be challenges, and so we see how we meet those, and hopefully we meet them well.
Not to be redundant, but your team has had so much success, it seems, season after season here with cross-country, indoor, outdoor. Now you're rolling. The numbers are rolling. The championships are adding up here. How do you keep the team steady and focused on, yes, but it has to happen every single season?
Well, you hope that there's a lot to be said for experience, but experience isn't just what you need to do to be successful in any given event. Experience can also teach you that if you don't focus on the right things, things can unravel quickly. And so it's not so much just focusing on the past. It's taking things away from the past that hopefully help you be better moving forward. But then again, you can have the same personnel. You can have there are always going to be challenges. You always want to see, no matter how successful you are, if you can be better. And so no matter how fast you run, how high you jump, how far you throw, whatever it is, there are always things that you feel like you could do better. And so you're always focused on figuring out how you can get better. But then there's also the element of coming together as a team and saying, okay, as a team in this given meet, this given season, what are we capable of? How do we do it? And so, again, there's kind of that individual process, but then that also plays into the larger outcome of the group. And so every season, is kind of it is a redundant, repetitive process, but it's always different. So it's the same, but it's different, because you're always going to have those challenges, those opportunities, but you're always trying to figure out a way to get better, no matter how much success you've had or how many challenges you've had. You're trying to figure out how you can contribute to your own outcomes being as positive as they're capable of being, as well as contributing to a group doing the same thing. So
makes sense. You go into California for a couple of invitationals, one at Azusa, one at Long Beach. What's what are you looking for this weekend? Really,
again, people focusing on what they need to do to maximize those opportunities. So I think it's easy to get excited about, I hope I PR. I hope I have the best throw I've ever had. I hope I, clear a bar that gets me to nationals. It's like, yeah, those are great motivators, right? Everyone has the outcome that they're aiming for. But then really having the team focus on, all right, what is step one? Like we know you want to clear that bar and the pole vault. Probably one of the coolest feelings in track and field. You go over a bar that's 13 feet or 18 feet in the air. I mean, you kind of get to watch it go away from you as you fall back down to earth, right? Looking up at it. It's got to be a pretty cool feeling. Never got to experience that as an athlete. It's a little different feeling when the bar's like 8 feet off the ground. But you want to have that experience and that feeling. but then saying, okay, that's the end outcome, that's the goal. What is step one to set yourself up for that? And then can you focus on steps 1, 2, and 3 while you know that your goal or your hope is to experience the outcome of that process? So again, continuing to have people dial into their process and what they need to do, and then doing that as a team so that we're able to have the outcome at any given meet we're capable of having. And if we become really good at doing that, we're going to have a lot of fun in May.
Yeah, awesome. Always insightful. Ryan Cole, thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.